What is good, people? What is good? Um, you guys probably can't see me. It's probably, oh yeah, all the way down here. Okay, that is good. That is good. Okay, what is up, people? I am kind of terrified still. It is quite some time now. It is 4:18. I'm going to be stopping at a certain time. But I just want to talk to you guys and sorry if my headphones are in a weird position right now. I just have to talk something that is really insane and that I need to talk about like ASAP. Um so this is probably going to be a long video and I'm sorry about that, but it has to happen. So if you want to know the full story, just watch it through. I might put timestamps later. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. So, I I have a few stories I like to share, mainly one connected to each other. So today I was making music or doing something else. And as you can see right here, well, I don't think you can tell. Okay, right here. As you can see right here, this is a ledge. Not a ledge, but a chord. And I try to do it like over here. Right now I'm putting the chord and I'm literally going back and forth on my knee, on my elbow, or whatever you want to call it, the kneecap. Right, right now it's kind of ticklish, so I'm gonna stop. But that's not what happened. It literally felt like right here, like I'm about to do this, like I'm putting pressure on my hand. It literally feels like I'm like gonna get blood or like it, basically I have pressure on my hand. So right now I'm gonna do that in the same with my kneecap and stuff. I literally felt that, but I didn't do it or this. I could tell because there was pressure on my knee. Nobody was home. I was like, okay, and then I thought it was this, but there's no way a table could put pressure on you. Unless if it's going to collapse on you, then of course it's going to put pressure on you. So I kind of got scared. So then I calmed down a little bit, and then I continued what I was doing. After that, a girl was screaming like a death scream, like she was dying or she was getting killed or she was burning burning to die or stuff like that. And it sounded so horrible. It might be a demon girl doing that. And after that, I stood up. I'm dead serious. I stood up and I was freaking the fudge out. Like I was freaking out. And you know, as weird as it sounds, I called, not called, but I had my imaginary friend who I acted and you know pretended to be a friend, and yeah. And here's another backstory: is that um, after I graduate from high school, and might be this year. So far, it looks like this is my last year, indeed. But when we do, my mom said that we might move. That means she's gonna move away from her boyfriend because, yeah, I think you know why. Not a good. It's it didn't end up in a good way. At least not yet. At least so far. I don't know about later on. We still have many months and still a long ways to go before then. But she said if we move or when we move, if slash when we move, we're first gonna. I could have muted this. I have a mute option right here. Anyway, if we do move slash when we move, we're gonna stay at grandma's for a bit because my mom said she has no money. Um, that's great and all. That's great, but yeah. Um, I don't feel comfortable staying at grandma's one bit. One, they laugh loud, or they laugh each other scary, loud, or just at random times, and they literally laugh every time or almost every time they visit each other when I'm there, when I experience the laugh. And every time when they laugh, I I sense I don't it's like a pre-sense danger. A pre-sense danger. What I mean by that is like I feel like danger or paranormal activity is gonna happen, but it may not. And then you got your sense danger, which means okay, you know there's paranormal activity, you sense it, what are you gonna do next? So there's a pre-sense danger, which is paranormal activity might happen soon, or you 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 saw it or you heard it, now what you're gonna do. Those are two different senses. A pre-sense, which is before the actual danger slash paranormal activity, and then yeah. So I think you understand that. So so I can sense paranormal activity or danger, and I can't deal with them because knowing them, they're probably gonna laugh at each other almost every single day if we do move at grandma's for quite a bit. I and I, I'm gonna get a heart attack every time because I no, just no. Um, Another thing is that the shower, the bath. Uh, Grandma has a bath and a shower just connected. You could either do the bath or take a shower, and either one I don't like. I mostly take showers because when guys and men's and boys. Ooh, that was my water. When boys, men, and guys get older, they tend to take more showers than bath, and then eventually they just take a shower here and out, unless if they want a bath for some reason. I find that disgusting now. Taking a bath, ugh, just no. That I don't. I I don't like grandma's bathroom at all. I just no. Um, so here's a backstory, and this is part of the reason. And you may hate me, or you might think I'm overreacting, but I just talked with my imaginary friend, like I mentioned earlier in this video. And when I talk to my imaginary friends that I create and make, um, it almost feels like I'm talking to another person. Because even though I'm me, I'm when when you think I'm stupid or whatever, and you just feel, oh, you're just thinking that way because you're smarter, and you thinking you're smarter. So that's what you guys probably are thinking, but in reality, that's not it. When I talk to my imaginary friends, when I pretend to be my friends, not like, I'm not gonna mention any names, but when I talk to my friends, it's not like my real friends. It's like Red TV. That's not a real person name or a YouTuber or a gamer. Um, Spinning Water. Those are just fake names that are likely not gonna happen. And um, I talk to Red TV because that's who I talk to, and that's one of them that I created. And and I'm gonna first tell you what all my problems in it, then I will go into more details about that. So backstory: I have two dreams according to Grandma's house in my dream. One was I think in 2019, and then one was in 2020, or late 2020, I think, or the middle of 2020. I'm not sure. So I'm gonna start with the oldest, which was 2019, and I was at Grandma's house. My whole family was there. My cousin, everybody was there. Um, I'm not gonna mention any names again. But I'm just gonna say little cousin. And what I mean by little cousin, I mean like the cousin. There's only one cousin that I hang out the most, and I hang out there's with their brother. Uh, my little cousin who I hang out the most, um, has two sisters and then himself. So I hang out with their brother who I can't, and long story short, it was um a monster, like a demon monster or like some kind of creature was coming up the stairs and was gonna eat us all or do something to us. And I warned everybody, hey, get everybody out, like move, get out of the house now. So me, my mom, grandma, uh, the sisters, and the wife of the cousins that I hang out the most and see the most, all got out. My little cousins, the my homie, my bro, and the husband, uh, did not survive. I don't think they survived. So that was scary. So I could potentially lose my bro, my homie, and the husband and my little cousin that I hang out the most when I see them, uh, is my homie also. Um, I I I don't know what I would do without them, to be honest. So that's the first dream, and that was kind of scary at the time. Moving on to the next dream that I had that is way more scarier than like oof, like for real, man, like for real. Hopefully, I don't encounter it again because, dude, if it does, it might continue, or it might have a different backstory, or have maybe a different scenario, but kind of the same thing. So it's getting night right now. So and you and I was at my grandma's house. My mom was out of the picture in that dream, so I don't know if she died in that dream or I just visited grandma and then came back home. So that would just be really hard for me if if my mom died at that time of the dream, because that would make me more scared. But if I was just visiting grandma that on that dream that I'm about to share, then thank goodness. But we were playing Uno or some kind of game. Grandma was literally not was facing me. So like this, like here's grandma right here. I know it looks weird. Like this is grandma, and then this is me. So behind her, which is you guys are behind grandma, and then I'm behind her, but I'm facing her, and she's facing me. So you guys are a perfect example. So you're a girl with hair in front of her face. Do you know the horror movie called The Rain with the well? The Rain, where a demon girl with hair in front of her face? Yeah. If not, very accurate and similar to that. And she was behind Grandma, and I could see her. Grandma couldn't see it, I could. And she was walking down the basement, and I said, I am dead serious. There's something behind you. Then I think Grandma saw a slim look at it, and then she was gonna go check it out. And I said, no, 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 please don't. You know what happens in horror movies? They try to lure you. They go to places where, oh, why I want to maybe go check it out. Bad things always happen when you do that. If Grandma would have went down the basement, she could have died, or bad things, or worse things. And I told her, no, you're gonna die if you check it out. And and then she says, okay, what should we do then? And then I responded, I don't know. And then we were trying to figure it out, and then I woke up. So I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know about the end, or what really happened at the end, or if that was the end. But that is pretty scary. The rain girl that looks really look like to the rain girl movie. Uh, you see her, then she went down Grandma's basement, which Grandma's basement is more creepier than mine. And yeah, I got bad chills. I got bad chills after that. Um, so I'm not saying stuff will happen, and I get that, but uh, I I here's my thoughts. I don't know the reason behind why I don't like Grandma's house. One, these are thoughts because these are honestly what I think, and there might be more, but I don't know the reason behind it. One, I think now I'm more used to a a second floor home than a one floor home. I get more freedom. I get more space. I feel less phobic, like get crowded and clobbered, like phobic, like you know, you know, phobic or whatever it's called. I feel more freedom and I feel more spaces out. Every time when I lived in a one floor home that I can remember is that always bad things or scary things happen when I lived there. When I live in one floor house. And what I mean by lived at Grandma's house before, I meant like slept over at her house for a few nights or one night. So it wasn't like a permanent thing. But always bad things and scary things happen. The bad thing in my apartment, and this is mostly bad. My mom and dad. I'm not gonna go into the whole story on why they might have broke up or whatever. But my dad was home, not home, but my dad uh, took my mom outside, and I didn't know where they were going. I thought my dad was gonna kill her or kidnap her, and I was gonna call grandma because I was like, okay, I'm freaking out. I don't know if my dad, whatever. And I think before I called her or whatever, my mom came back. So the scary thing in a one floor house was at grandma's a long time ago, like 3 to 4 years ago, to five, and me and my bro, little cousin that I see the most and hang out the most, we saw red eyes in grandma's basement, like no joke, and now we can't see it anymore. So that's clearly some kind of paranormal activity and demonic right there. Like we're not seeing the red eyes anymore. We used to, so that's clearly something. Now that is scary. So always something happens when I'm living or sleeping over in a one floor house. Ever since I lived in this 2-story house, yeah, I felt the same, but I didn't. I felt more freedom. I felt more safer. I felt more space. I felt more like I had more freedom to do stuff. So that's my whole reason behind why I don't want to live at grandma's house if we do move slash when we move. I don't know which one. If when I don't know which one. Um, I could now. This is where Red TV, me pretending to be a friend, was saying I could see this as a problem, and I agree. Or I just knew it all the time. This it I could see this as a problem because the laughing loud and scary, and I always get scared when they do that, when they laugh each other at grandma's house. Me and my mom and her, mom and grandma, always scares me. The bathroom, yeah, just no. Uh, how I feel about one story and 2 stories, and what I think about basements, mainly hers, and then her house. So 5 things that I really can't. I can't. No, no. I would the outside. I would die. The inside that matters the most. The inside is what is the truth. The outside might be the truth, but it is more likely like lying almost and all that jazz. The outside of me, I'm dead. I'm dead. Like I'm dead. But the inside of me, I don't know. I might, and the inside of me feels the same way. Because if you think about it, yeah, you would only know if you've been to my grandma's house long enough. And what I mean by long enough, I mean like for more than 6 to 7 years. Yeah. And if you come to my grandma's house every week, even if it's just 1 day per week, like one day only per week, even if it's just 1 day per week, you'll see. I I rarely see grandma now. It's more like every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks or a month or something like that, or every 4 weeks or whatever, or every week, but on a late, like every Fridays, you know. So, and I don't like see her like every week, and I just have this weird feeling. Sometimes I'm in the moment, like, hey, this is fun, but when I'm not thinking about fun or playing fun or just having fun, relaxing and just thinking about some stuff, I think about this, and this is not a good thing. It has pulled me away deeply. I'm starting to get emotional now. Jeez. Um, I would honestly think that I would miss this house, you know, and it this has been my home for a while now, and it I oh I don't want to move out of this house. Okay. Oh, you can definitely see I'm getting emotional now. Runny nose. I really don't want to move out of this house. I could really see this as a problem. Um, I honestly feel more safer here than anything. You know, if we have to move because my mom's boyfriend said so, bro, but I don't really see that happening though. Like another example is like, oh crap, oh, sorry my language if I swear. Oh my gosh. Um, another thing is like, in with another outside and inside part of your body and stuff. The outside, I don't love my mom. Like the outside, like I said, the outside is more likely on the lying and like it's not the truth. And the outside is like I don't love my mom. I don't love my mom. But like I said, the inside matters the most. The inside of your body is what matters the most. It's the truth. And the inside of me, I love her to death. I love her. I love my mom. But what I mean by the outside and the inside, the outside means that I act and I show. You show and act. You show and act the most. The inside is the truth. You don't show or act it as much, but deeply in your heart, that's that's the truth. The inside what matters the most. So like when people tell me like, "Oh, you don't show it or you don't act it or well, you don't mean it." That's the outside of me. That's the outside of me. The inside of me, I actually do mean it. I actually do I I don't show up, but I I mean it. I you know, like you gotta realize the part the outside is most likely you're bad at showing it and bad acting. The inside is like you don't show or act it, but it's the truth. You don't show it or you don't act it, but it's the truth. The outside is more likely so like when your boyfriend or girlfriend always or wife or husband always get in a fight or whatever the case may be, you know, inside their heart or inside or outside of their heart, the outside they most likely they fight it, they mostly show it and act it, they mostly show that they mean it, but the inside what matters the most, it's the truth. th- they don't show it, or act it, but they really do love you, even if they don't show it or act it. If it shows or act like, hey, I really don't love you or I really don't like you, you go away, I hate you, or something like that, they don't really mean that. The inside matters the most. The inside is the truth. You don't believe, you don't agree, or you don't stand, or you don't feel, or you don't agree with the outside. If you know you're not that, or if you know that your girlfriend, boyfriend, wife, husband, whatever, your friend, whatever, is not normally act that way, it's mostly the inside. And when people don't normally act like they know they don't normally act, if they know they're like, me, I'm a nice and humble guy. Like, if I act strange or whatever, you know that it's not like me. You know the real me. You know what what I'm capable of. And that's the inside. The outside is you're just showing off and you're just showing bad examples. But the inside, you know how it works. You know how they love you. Like you don't think like, oh, he's we're never gonna be friends again. That's the bro. We're never gonna be friends again, bro. Okay, that's literally some nonsense. That's the outside of you. The inside of you, like the inside is saying like you don't really mean it. You don't really mean it that way. You're not really showing or acting the truth you. And that's how I am sometimes. Like for example, for me and my mom, like I told you, the outside of me, I don't love her. It's mostly likely the case. She might think like, oh my oh my gosh, Violet doesn't love me. Bro, hey, the inside, what matters the most? It's the truth. I love you to death. I love you with all my heart. Don't follow, don't agree, don't believe on the outside. If you know, if you know I love you or whatever, don't be on the side. Don't be on the side of the outside. Don't be the side of, oh, he doesn't love me, whatever. That's the outside of my body. I mostly likely share and show that I don't care, whatever the case may be in the scenario. But the inside of me, what matters the most, and I love my mom to death. In the inside of me, the inside is the truth. The inside, what matters the most, right? So for my mom's boyfriend, the outside, he might he like inner shows every day, and I could see it. He most likely show that he doesn't love her. But the inside of him, in the inside of him, he might actually love her. He might actually want her to stay. He mostly in the inside he's most likely not really doing. The inside he's thinking, oh, she's just overreacting because I did nothing wrong. Over the past 8 to 9 to 7 years with living with my mom and her new boyfriend. Um, you know, gold. And just a quick hint, uh, my mom and her new boyfriend, the current one that I've been talking about this whole time, she went to school with him. Yeah. But anyway, on the other note, I I can't. I can't, and I don't know. I dude, it's only January 4th, and I'm already freaking out. I just want to say thank you. I don't think I'm gonna put timestamps. So, if you're skipping this to all the way to the end, which is probably now, watch the whole thing because I'm not putting timestamps on. I might not, but it really shows you how this video really means to me. How this video shows that I don't feel safe, or I just know at grandma's house. I just can't. I just can't see myself just. I could see myself like dying in the outside of me, like dying of horror. The inside of me, I just don't want to live at grandma's for other reasons, not according to scary or haunted or whatever, but just personal, just like normal things like the shower or some other things. So if you want to find out, if you want to know all about that, then you probably should have never have skipped to the end, or somehow made it to the end. You should probably watch the whole video to find out about all that, because I explained it all in this video. So with that being said, peace. Watch the whole video, man. Explains everything.